風がささやく遠い昔、冷たい夜に剣を握りしめ、影の中に踊る火の粉、戦士の息静かに燃ゆる。闇を避け翼を広げて空を叫べ、戦士は進む鎖を砕ける夜よ、終わりは来た。森は沈黙、星は揺れる、血の匂いが霧に消えてゆく。足跡一つ勇気に刻まれ、祈りの歌夜空に響く。光は消えず胸に残る、刃の影に希望を宿る。必要の散らせ空を咲く声、勇者の証、戦士は進む運命を避けれてよらずよ、終わりは来た。魂のささやき、あの無腹苦、忘れられたま風に消え、手図の嘆き空に溶ける、自由の夢影を越える。風がささやく遠い昔、冷たい夜に剣を握りしめ、影の中に踊る火の粉、戦士の息静かに燃ゆる。闇を避け翼を広げて空を叫べ、戦士は進む鎖を砕ける夜よ、終わりは来た。森は沈黙、星は揺れる、血の匂いが霧に消えてゆく。足跡一つ勇気に刻まれ、祈りの歌夜空に響く。光は消えず胸 身を下げ翼を広げて空を叫べ戦士は進む鎖を砕ける夜よ終わりは来た森は沈黙星は揺れる血の匂いが霧に消えてゆく足跡一つ雪に刻まれ祈りの歌夜空に響く光は消えず胸に残る刃
Let's try that again. Hello, I'm Sammy the Devil. This is going to be my Fallout New Vegas playthrough. We are going to be playing a new game, hopefully touring all of the various DLC. I'll be streaming this on Twitch and both YouTube. We'll be making various clips and hopefully making an enjoyable journey of one of my most favorite games of all time. Bringing up the game audio now. Pay no attention to the pixelated background. The mods that I installed to improve the performance have helped a great deal, but some of the loading screens look rather bad. Alrighty. And the adventure begins. Clicky, 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 clicky. New game. Yes. Going to be skipping that because of the audio from the copyrighted song right off the beginning. It is a wonderful opening. I'm sure it's posted in many places, but we won't be posting it here. So this is being played on Steam. This is one of their special packs I got when it was on sale. It has all of the various DLC and extra packs.
How about that?
Blurry eyes.
Whoa,
Ooh.
easy there.
Hey, Doc.
Easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is.
Yeah, let's see.
How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
I won't tell you the name, but to summarize what was skipped in the opening scene, you were shown, the setting was shown with a view of Vegas and some of the snipers there, a number of raiders getting shot, eventually zooming out in a very beautiful scene to showing a moon in the sky with a sharply dressed gangster along with some rather punk punk-dressed gangers associated with him. He holds up a little silver chip and waves it in your face and says, apologizes for you being caught up in all of this. It's very... we will get some great audio with him later, but sad that it didn't skip just the copyrighted song. Instead skipped everything. But long story short, you were carrying something, he decided to kill you over it. And we'll find out the details therein. He shoots you in the face with the iconic line that has been just about everywhere. It says, looks like the game was rigged from the start. But for character name, we are going to enter that in here. And it's just going to be me. Alrighty.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your
Well, the hell with you, buddy.
I'm Doc
Alright,
Mitchell.
Doc.
Welcome to Good Springs. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out.
We got
I
shot
take pride in my
directly in the
needlework,
face.
But you'd better
He's
tell
had to
me
do a
if I
lot.
left anything out of place.
Although these models are old and rather freakish looking, I'd say for getting shot in the face, you did pretty good, Doc. Alright, we're going to be male. We'll keep it Caucasian. And we're going to use a preset. I like using this one, but changing a few things. So we'll leave the age young. Hairstyle's actually fine. Hair color. Cut the red out. Some of the blue up. Make it a little lighter. Alright, I like yeah, dead man's hand. Build I'm going to be going for in this one, unless you get some other guidance from chat, is I'm going to be doing a heavy charisma guild. Going to try and make it use like terrifying presence and things like that. I am familiar with the game. I'm not using a guide, so there's going to be a lot of things that I miss. If you want me to find something, you may have to bring it up. But we're going to be done with this. Yes, this is my character.
Well, I got most of it right anyway.
Hey.
Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet.
So first things first, we steal everything this man has.
Good.
He's clearly very
Why don't you
generous,
walk
so
down to the
he
end of
should
the
give
room,
us everything he
over by
owns.
that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
I'll take that. Definitely take that. I get myself stuck instantly. Pencils, we'll come back for you. Here's where the good stuff starts showing up. Got some anti-venom, some Rad-X, got stim packs. Not everybody is as generous as the doctor here.
You're looking good so far.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You get the bigger
Sensor module, that's nice.
We'll learn right quick if you get back all your faculties.
Not all of this stuff is guaranteed, especially the stuff inside the box, I believe, is randomized to a degree. But the stuff that's on the ground is static. Alright, Vigor Tester. So I already figured out what stats I was doing. The last time I started a character, it took me over an hour to get through character creation because of indecision and such, but I have decided that our character is going to be a lightweight. So just a little less than the maximum strength. I don't intend on using melee unarmed. Inventory weight's important, but I'm going to be using companions as much as is possible. So the inventory weight's not going to be as big of an issue. Damage, that's based your damage off of your weapons more than most anything. You don't want your strength insanely low because there are weapons that require you to have strength even to have them on. You can make that up with armor and different things later on, but usually not a big deal. I've gone as low. I've done wet noodle, but for right now, we're going to be a lightweight. Perception, I don't like going below 5 just because the explosives, not super important lockpick, is always good to have a decent score. This one uses the threshold mechanic, so if you have a 25, you can do you can do up to certain locks, and you need a score, and then you succeed. There's not like a random chance to you succeeding. Energy weapons, I intend on using energy weapons this time around. Accuracy with those weapons, and compass range, that means the little blips that are on your screen. There's little dots that show up on the compass itself. They'll show up when the thing is further away, whether that be an enemy, a point of interest, or the quest markers always show. But we're leaving it at 5, so we'll be a wary trout. We're not alert coyote. I don't know if coyotes are really alert. They're more tweaking, but I'm definitely not an unsuspecting trout. Endurance is another one that I'm going to be able to stand to have a lower than starting. I'm not making a crazy min-max huge build here. I still want to be relatively balanced in most things, but losing 1 point in strength to be handled with care. We're going to be making careful decisions here. We're going to make other people fight for us, so hopefully our health isn't going to be that much. The resistance is important, so we don't want to tank it. The survival skill can be good for like making food and that sort of nonsense. So now this is where we're going full send. We are going to be a cult leader. Our barter will give us better prices. Speech will give us better speaking options. Although all the skills in this game give you speaking options at various points. This is one of the most amazing roleplay games that has ever come out. Just because you don't have a good charisma doesn't mean you're not going to have interesting things to say. So having other skills high is actually very good. Companion nerve basically just makes how effective the companion AI is. I believe it has something to do with may affect their like durability, but it definitely affects their like will to participate in combat. Intelligence, I like to put this up 1. The repair is an important skill for what I intend on doing. I want one of the things I definitely want, because I'm using companions, is I want to be able to get Eddie very early, and Eddie requires repair to unlock it in the easier manner. So, and extra skill points when you level up. You get more skill points when you have a higher intelligence. Medicine, amount of the effectiveness of the different medications. I believe that includes the drugs in this game, but I've never really messed around with them in extreme detail. Just took whatever thought was interesting and moved on. Science is for repairs, and some of the, I think the weapon modding also has intelligence. So we'll be gifted. We're not smart Mr. Smarty Pants, but we're definitely better than knowledgeable. Agility. This one, guns. I'm not using guns per se. I'm using the energy weapons, so I'm not losing anything there. But the rest of it's all important. We have sneak, Just when you're trying not to be detected, you won't be detected. Speed, it's actually how fast you move around the map. It's very important. And action point regeneration will determine how much VATS we actually get to use. So we're leaving this one at the base. And the last one, luck, I like to have above starting. So we're going to, because we're not doing min-maxed, I'm just going to go with a stacked deck. All skills are affected by luck. They're basically, I think it's every 1 point in a base skill gives you a point in, I think it may give you 2 points in a stat or a skill, and luck gives you half that, but it's for everything. So we got a stacked deck. It affects critical hits and enemy mishaps, so the more likely your enemies will make a catastrophic error, and the more likely you'll get a sweet explodifying of the enemies. So look at it, 4, 5, 4, 10, 6, 5, 6. Balanced more towards the interactions, so the charisma and intelligence. Ding.
Good to see
Thanks,
them
Doc.
bullets didn't affect your charm none.
He says a different thing based on what stats are high and what stats are low.
Bullet didn't leave you nuttered in a bighorn and dropped it. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions?
First, I'm going to steal all your recreational stuff there, Doc. You're such a generous host. If you go with strength build, you just steal absolutely everything, but I tend to leave the burned books. Well, they all, actually, the pre-war books have the same value. We're just going to take a few more. It's like anything where you're looting in a game. Weight versus value is important. So the pencils, they're worth a cap, but they weigh nothing. I am probably not going to abide by the results of this test.
All right.
I'm going to use the
I'm going to say a word.
individual
I want you to say the first thing
stats.
that comes to mind. Dog.
Dog. Let's see. I think we're just going to be a contrarian here. Well, we're not going to eat dogs. We're not going to kick the dog. We could train. No, this guy's a trainer. He's using the people around.
House.
House. Burglarize, renovate, target. Investment. I think our guy would see a house as an investment. Knight. I think our wanderer or our courier is a dreamer.
Bandit.
Bandit. Bribe, crush, stab, Swiss cheese, vaporize, reasonable. Yeah, reasonable. We're going to be a talker, but we're going to be a violent talker. We're going to be picking fights. Light. So we can be a contrarian. We can be contrarian in two different manners. Beam, flash, inspiration. We'll say inspiration.
Mother.
Motherfucker. Caretaker, jeans, cookie jar, tantrum, tattle, regret, human shield. We're gonna go with caretaker.
Okay. Now I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one. Conflict just ain't in my nature.
Conflict just ain't in my nature. Yeah, strongly disagree. This guy is gonna be a
I ain't given to relying on others for support.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, I had to check Twitch to make sure it was actually streaming. Conflict just ain't in my nature.
I'm always fixin' to be the center of attention.
Yeah, we are.
I'm slow to embrace new ideas.
No.
I charge in to deal with my problems head on.
This is one of the ones I do middle of the road. I don't like strongly agree, but this guy's going to disagree with that.
Almost done here.
I have
What do
never
you say
seen
you have a
anything
look
other than a shadow in a doorway
Tell me what you
when
see.
looking at this. I can understand some of them. Broken chain, don't see it. chemical reaction. I don't see it. Oozing wound. Maybe, no. Don't really see that. That's just a crazy one. We're going to do Shadow in a Door Frame.
Okay. How about this one?
This one, I'm too embarrassed to say what it looks like. I think that looks an awful lot like a sea print, but we're going to call that a ship at sea. But I'm thinking more of like, you know, the little man in the boat type of thing.
Last one.
Light in the Darkness. I see that. I don't see the bearded man. I definitely see the mushroom cloud. Maybe the indent of a head on a pillow. I don't really see that one either. But we're going to go with a mushroom cloud because we're playing Fallout.
Well, that's all she wrote.
Let's see what he decided
I
to
don't
give
have
me.
nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
Let's take a look. Energy weapons, yes. So you get 3 of these. I like to pick 1 social, 1 weapon, and 1 other. For this one, I'm going to be using the repair. Again, because I want to make getting Eddie easier. The only thing that this does early on for you, this selection, is it gives you starting points. So from 17 to 32. You know, it doubles your starting score. So using it on things you're good at is important. So just take them all. So the things that I would get the most out of would be speech. Yeah, speech. Barter would be what I would get the most out of it. It doubles, but it does it double? Oh no, it just gives you 15 points. But yeah, we're going to do energy weapons. So that'll be our weapon. Speech is going to be our real weapon, to be honest. And then repair.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing.
Next is one of the ones that's very important. Very much changes the way the game you're doing. You really don't get an opportunity to change these. I think when you enter the DLCs, you might get an extra one of these added, but for the most part, I've never played the DLCs, so I'm not sure. I heard somewhere that you get new ones of these in DLCs. But like some of the ones that I'm not going to talk about all of them, but some of the ones that I have taken in the past that have been very good is Built to Destroy. It's just for like a major crit build. I've used 4 Eyes many times. It lowers your perception without glasses. Basically, it gives you a +2 for wearing glasses to your perception, but it gives you a minus to your perception initially. So that can just get you an extra stat at the beginning. This is one of the ones I'm going to take. Because I'm specializing in a single weapon, this gives you 5 to, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different skills, and minuses to 1, 2, 3, 4 5 different skills. If I'm not using 4 of the skills I'm getting a minus to, the only thing I'm significantly losing is the 5 points to energy weapons. So that really gets you a lot of... moves you along very hard. Heavy-handed melee builds only. We'll do just a quick thing. Built to Destroy. Claustrophobic is a stat adjuster. This one I think is terrible. You get 6 hours out of the day to have a bonus while you get a minus for half of the day. Fast shot, and it's just quick fire. Never really liked that one. Heavy-handed is for that. Hoarder. If I wasn't using the companions, this one's a high value one, but I'm going to be using the companions a lot, and that makes you a little easier to they're hot-blooded, interesting. Kamikaze. If you're going for like all action point build, always going to be in VATS all day, every day. It's pretty good, especially if you're doing stealth, because a -2 to damage threshold is unimportant if you're not going to let the enemy hit you. Logan's Loophole, I don't like this because I want to see what level I can get to. I never played with the DLC, and the level cap was what it was. This is just basically disables the extra levels that you get from doing the expansions. Loose Cannon. I've done this when I did the what I call the Brock Samson build from Venture Brothers. Allows you to throw faster and costs less, at the cost of 25% less range. So you can throw more grenades. The Brock Samson build is knife, fist, and grenades. There are no guns. Skilled is going to be the other one that I'm going to take. The downside of this is a minus 10% experience gained from now on. That's not great, but I intend on grinding a little bit off of stream. That's going to make up for any experience loss for that, and a +5 to every skill. So this will negate the -5 that I put in my energy weapons from the Good-Natured, and it's going to double up on the 5 skills from Good-Natured. So I'm getting, from these 2 traits, I'm getting +10 to a bunch of the skills. Small frame is another good one if you're going for like maximum action points and action point usage. Trigger discipline, again, you fire slowly, but you get more accurate. Sniper accuracy builds. Wild Wasteland is a great one. I'm not doing it on this build because I want to see what the expansions look like without any extras. I don't know if Wild Wasteland affects the DLC sections or not, but I do not want to, I want to see them basic. I don't want to see them changed. So we'll leave Wild Wasteland off. It is amazing perk, or trait, not perk. But, there we go.
Alright, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
See me out. Alright. I'm going to finish ransacking the kind doctor's abode. Again, if I do a strength build, I just take absolutely everything. That looks like a box. I don't know why I can't go into it. Bathroom. Yay. Chemicals. Kitchen. I'll leave his mugs. And we will take the toaster, the flour, pressure cooker, refrigerator, and your ghost steaks. Gonna be cooking up some wasteland lizards. And some yeast. I'm pretty sure there's brewing stuff in this game. We'll leave his checkerboard. Give me your pre-war books. Again, they don't have a different value than non-pre-war books. I'm just used to needing to collect them because I think that was a side quest where you could make money. Extra clothing. Cigarettes. In this game, they're just as good as money. If it's red, that's considered stealing. Doc is a very generous individual here. He lets us have all of this stuff. He has no concept or... Now, one of the major things I'm going to grab is always grab the hat. The hat is free perception until you're wearing a helmet. And you come back here, And we have a greater than 25 repairs, so we get to repair the machine gun. That burns through ammunition from what I remember, so I generally don't do it. And Doc's going to give us her Pip Boy.
These are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about
I can't complain about you going through my stuff.
Well,
you
if
were
you're
literally
back
picking
out
my
there,
brain
you
when
ought
I
to
was
have
unconscious.
this. They call it a Pip Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to be now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through.
That's right.
I know what it's like having something taken
Doc
from you.
was a vault
And
dweller.
put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty.
Well, yeah, we'll get to figure out what we want our guy walking around to look like. We get some options because of the DLC. We'll be appreciative to Doc. He literally brought us back from the dead. I want this playthrough to play a little bit on the asshole end, but
Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for.
the
You
most
should talk
important
to Sonny
thing is that I
Smiles before you
lived,
leave town.
and he had a
She
lot to
can
do
help
with
you
that, so
learn to fend
we'll
for
be
yourself in the
appreciative, Doc.
desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
Gonna try. We're not doing hardcore. I don't mind playing games that have, thirst and hunger meters and, survival, but, this is already a micromanagement game. I don't need my bullets to weigh poundage in this game. Flashbang. And these are all the DLC add-ons. I'm going to avoid doing any of the DLC until after I get to Vegas, probably after I finally get to face-to-face with good old Benny here. Mysterious broadcast. I'm probably not going to be turning on the radio too much. I don't want to have to edit out the game audio just because it Gunrunner's Arsenal. If it's empty, the one thing I do love about this game, the game tells you if the thing is empty. See, I'm already at 179 pounds of carry. I'm probably going to be selling a lot of junk. Let's talk to good old Victor. Figured out how to sneak. Was wondering about that. Let's talk to Victor.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle?
Fit as a fiddle. Thanks for digging me out of that grave.
I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need.
Back in the saddle. This is, how did you happen to find me? Let's see. Let's have
I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy.
I like all of the robots and the Fallout designs, but for the, I think this one's my favorite. The next one, I don't even know if it's in this game, is like I think it's called Athena, or one of them's named Athena in the other games. It's the, but they're the more like female body, looks like a Terminator with laser beam eyes. Now let's ask him how he found me.
I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that. Happy trails.
Alright. Anything red is theft. Pre-war money is another thing that just doesn't weigh a lot. Here's the reloading bench and the workbench. So I can recycle energy. So every time I get spent energy, I can use them to bring back energy cells. Make a bunch of cool stuff. Weapon repair kits are very important. Weapon condition determines damage in this game. Some of the stuff is just for... A lot of stuff I'm not familiar with. Make a knife spear. But the only thing I can make is these, so we will. Oh. Weapons, recipes. Ah. Activate the reloading bench. And break down the ammunition to component parts, so if you're trying to make other things. We're going to be giving away a lot of our ammunition to our buddies. I don't remember if they need ammo. I'll look that up after the stream. It's not going to worry about it too much. Come and talk to this guy again. He doesn't want us to steal anything.
Hey there.
Hey,
You must
Chet.
be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for.
Alright.
The leader was a New Vegas type. Typical city boy. He had a bunch of Great Khans with him, probably hired guns. The Great Khans normally stay in their own territory way up northwest, on account of them being enemies with the NCR.
Yeah, for factions, I don't like any of the factions as far as like being 100% loyal to any of them. NCR is horrendous. The two major ones are NCR, the Caesar's Legion. Caesar's Legion just... I didn't realize how bad they were until a female friend of mine told me they were playing the game, and they are extremely sexist, which I love the depth of character in the game that they show that as a character flaw for a group, but it makes me like to be associated with them a great deal less. Let's see. So, I'm not going to have him explain it. Inferior surplus ammo is like dime store, and it degrades your weapon faster. Weapon mods, well, we'll have him.
Weapon mods are things like silencers, scopes, bigger magazines. Special ammo includes things like armor-piercing bullets, which don't hurt the target as much, but let you punch through armor easier. There's also hollow point bullets, which have the opposite effect. You can kill unarmored targets easier, but they don't do shit against armor.
Basically, let's ask them about anything else you can tell them about
They're
the Great
tough sons of
Khans.
bitches. Mean, but not crazy. They'll leave you alone unless you got something they want. The Great Khans deal in illegal chems. There's a good chance that most chems you come across were made by Great Khans.
So they're chemists. Wonder if they got a Walter White up there.
Twice. Both times I drank a lot of liquor and lost most of my caps at the card tables. In that order, now that I think about it. If you ever get to New Vegas, be sure to visit Gomorrah. It's the best casino in the city. You won't regret it. Word of advice, behave. Between the NCR military police and Mr. House's robots, you don't want to be causing trouble on the strip.
Behave yourself. I'd like to know more about
I'm
this
afraid
place.
I don't know much myself. Mr. House has got his own casino, Lucky 38, but nobody goes in or out except his robots. The other casinos follow Mr. House's rules, so I guess that makes him the leader of New Vegas. As far as I know, nobody's ever laid eyes on the guy. I think that robot who pulled you out of the dirt belongs to Mr. House. If Mr. House is looking after you, it's got to be a good thing, right?
Except for, my father worked in the casinos for 17 years. The house always wins is not a joke. It is how they function as a business. It's never trust someone who decides they want to tell you they're the house.
Can do.
Let's look at the menu here. Let's sell off some junk. So keep the binoculars. We're gonna sell them shitty. So the way it is, you give them stuff and they give you caps, and then you have to hit the accept button to complete the transaction. We'll keep our laser pistols. You can break them down and repair them into themselves, so you get extra oomph. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze you. I need to make a command for popping the mic off quickly. Sturdy caravan shotgun, throwing spears. I may be committing some sins here, but we're going to be getting rid of all these. It tells you how many caps they have up on the top right, so you can get that many caps from them at most. Weathered revolver. Going to keep the rest for now. I'm probably never going to use the caravan shotgun intentionally, or the weathered pistol, but having it, if I want to give it to a companion, is good, because they're good. They're completely repaired weapons. You see the condition in their DPS. But for the most part, I'm going to be using the Waze pistol. Let's see. How many of these we want to get rid of? We're going to try to hold on to some of these. Oh, I got to get dressed. Anti-venom, weak venom. I don't remember how nasty it is on normal difficulty, so I'm going to hold on to a bunch of the food, because I think it might be a issue. Now this stuff, miscellaneous, I'm going to be selling almost all of this stuff. I know some of it's needed for crafting, but we're not going to be worrying about that immediately. The only thing I'm going to keep is anything that looks technology related. And bobby pins. Box of detergent. Keeping the camera. Cigarettes are just money. Clipboard. See how those things, it's giving me 0.6 caps per. It is cumulative. So. Crutches. Keep the duct tape. Empty syringe. I might try doing the syringe rifle with this guy. That seems like something he'd do. The flour, hammer. Keep the hot plate. Medical brace. Nuka-Cola truck. These are, yeah, look at that. It weighs nothing. It's giving me 6 caps. Pressure cooker, sensor module is important. Toaster I'm going to hold on to. My trusty Vault 13 canteen. We're not getting rid of that. Sell off these. Ammunition. This is a secondary source of money when you need it to get stuff, especially if you're not using regular energy cells or other forms of ammunition, I mean. Alright, let's see what he's got that we want. He has a plasma pistol right off the bat. Does use the energy cells. We're going to buy it. He has a gun runners. GRA is the gun runners, so it just makes it a better weapon. So if you look at it, there's a regular plasma pistol, 1731. Value 33. Strength required is 2. The strength required for this is 2. This is 21 damage, 43 DPS. We're going to get ourselves a... You get a shovel. That lets you do things you wouldn't be able to do otherwise, digging graves and such. Silenced pistol does seem like a good... I think Sonny might give us a varmint rifle. But we're going to get ourselves a gun runner's plasma. We already have decent armor. I really should... You know, we're not going to buy that right now. I think when we do...
Pleasure doing business with you.
Goodbye.
Take it easy now.
I am going to try to keep the inventory management to a minimum. Just going to make snap decisions on things, but the starting stuff is what you really got to concentrate on. Items. Yeah. So we're going to wear the, we're going to stick to light armor, put the hat on, put on some reading glasses. This doesn't give damages, and it gives us speech and melee weapons. This just gives us armor. Tribal raiding gear, that's alright. The metal armor gives you -2 agility, it's the heavier armor. Again, we're probably going to give away a lot of this stuff, but I guess we should start getting on the story here. Hey, old man. Easy
Howdy.
Pete.
What can Easy Pete do for you? The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Other folks in town might know more. Word of advice, though, if you ever catch up with him, watch out. The man's got cold eyes like a snake. Can't be trusted, I'd say. Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now we'll just take it easy and help out with the Brahmin and Bighorners.
Brahmin and the Bighorners. Bighorners are used for food, transport. Brahmin, the same thing. Let's check his,
Don't get me wrong. The NCR's got a lot of decent folk in it. It's just that they make you part of them whether you like it or not. Towns like Good Springs and Prim don't stay independent for long. Not if you've got something the NCR wants. Still, the NCR keeps the Legion away. Nah. Means I poke through old buildings looking for working tech and such. Some folks just call it salvaging, but never liked the term. Way I see it, salvage means it's broken, near worthless. Me, I look for the good stuff. Guns, chems, spare parts. Good money in it. Nope. Had a pretty good claim once, way out east by the river. but got run off by raiders. Eventually got too old to keep going out. The machine? Harmless, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something, but I think it's just a broken down relic with no place to be. They're slavers, led by a guy named Caesar, or Caesar. Not sure how you're supposed to say it. A couple of years ago, they tried to take over Hoover Dam, but the NCR beat them back.
They're not a fan of the soft sea.
Didn't or couldn't finish the job, though. The Legion's got its strength back and is getting ready for another round at the dam. My money's still on the NCR winning, but you never know. We've been hearing stories about legionaries on the Nevada side of the river, so keep a gun handy. You don't want to get caught by them.
Yeah, no, that could turn out poorly. I haven't decided if I'm going to be instantly hostile to either of the factions yet, but I'm going to play that by ear, depending on how I'm doing once I get to those points. We'll let Pete continue to explain the plot.
The dam powers a lot of New Vegas, and then there's all that clean water lying in Lake Mead, too. Anybody who owns the dam owns the territory. Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here, like the schoolhouse. Critters move in there sometimes.
Reminds me I didn't equip a weapon. Let's not immediately go to the laser pistol. Let's use the... I'm going to do the tutorial section with Sunny Smiles.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to.
Let's see. I think she gives us a couple
Yeah,
of quests.
I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
Interested to see what the tutorials look like. Again, anything red is going to be flagged as you stealing, so anybody sees you doing it turns out bad. I'm not going to... Fixing things is a good magazine. The magazines give you temporary buffs. I believe there are books in this game that give you permanent bumps. Oh, let's have Sunny teach us the game.
Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them. Everything all right? Until next time.
A little bit of sway here. It's like any of the games you crouch, you lose a bit of the sway.
That's the right idea. Look down the sight. Try crouching down and staying still.
That's
It'll help your aim.
Yeah, so look, without it, that is a roaming. But with it,
Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles.
nope.
Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along?
Yeah, well, man,
Follow me.
we're gonna
It's just down to the southeast a short ways.
commit to the tutorial. I can run ahead to where she's in. Look at the compass in the bottom left. You get a get the indicator. Those little lines are people. The little arrows are special our locations. I don't like siding with the powder gangers. I always feel bad about killing the tutorial people. Wandering. I can walk sideways faster than you can go forward. Move out of the way, doggo. You're gumming up the works, doggo. Ooh, take a sip from my trusty Vault 13 canteen.
Hear that up on the ridge behind me there? We got some geckos to clear out.
Yeah.
Bunch of little monsters is what they are.
I love the way the
Seems
geckos
like
look
Doc
in
Mitchell
this.
treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer.
I find it hilarious that
If
they
we move
made them
quietly,
bipedal.
we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way.
They're like a...
Okay, you're on. Go give him hell.
Alright. It's the right bumper. This is the FATS menu. So you can see the little red pips on the map. Your perception's higher, those will appear further away. Cinematic scene on the death goes into a little slow motion when you finish them off, even if you're not in VATS. Always take all their junk. That little extra animation at the end of the reload there, that usually indicates that the condition on your weapon went down.
There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me. Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us. Come with me.
Mostly doing this for the experience. She gives us opportunities to make food and things like that. I'm an idiot. I think I gotta turn up the mouse sensitivity. This is a little sluggish. Eggs. So you can always activate water valve. So I'll do that this way. There's a free shovel. Shovel's worth a lot. Oops.
There's too many! Come on!
She threw a grenade there.
Now that was some good work. Even got a little exciting there at the end. Here's a little spending money for the trouble. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested?
Sure.
All right then.
So I'm going to go
We'll
through
need a
the whole
couple
tutorial.
ingredients to get started. You're gonna want
Experiences.
some xander root and a brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember there being xander root over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get cooking.
So this is going to show you the quest marker mechanic. Tells you which way to go to get the different things. If you get hurt, always look for clean resources. It'll tell you if there's rats or not. But never pass up toolbox. So you see, it saves you the looting time by showing them empty. Very useful. Sir? I gotta see something in the controls here. Oh, number one, let's... I think that's gonna make a difference here. Is there a sprint? There is not. So yeah, this is the speed we travel at. There's no, like, sudden shift and sprint, although I wish there was. So we're just going to pick one of the two quest markers so you can see them. They're marked on the compass. This one's more northwest. And this one's more straight north. I think the northwest one is going to be the school. Make sure I looted this guy. It tells you empty. Alrighty. Moving on. Always check your reloads. Make sure you're fully loaded. Again, the condition... The weapons will break if you go all the way down, but they will... I think the condition marker turns red or flashes when it's down to its last one. And you'll always get at least one shot in that reload level. Empty. Right, this section, Victor's house. Oh, yeah, Victor's shack. Let's see what we can steal from Victor. I don't think he cares. We're going somewhere. We'll take some scrap metal, though. Some fission batteries. There's a 1 pound to 5 caps worth of value. Always good. Early on, anyway. Eventually you'll be a stealth boy. I tend not to use them in the early game. Most of the game is balanced enough to where you're not in desperate need. Is it 3 more money? Oh, no more scrap metal. Yeah. And a weapon repair kit. It's always important. Desk is empty. Why, he has a... Keep those off as much as possible. But one of the locations, oh, we're seeing some reds. So on the top of the screen, detected, caution, danger, something solving. Oh, the bighorners are the Brams. We got, man, oh, there they are. So the AP regeneration is tied to your agility. So the more agile you are, the easier it is for you to get that vat. bullets back. Yeah, it's a little better. Mind up the sensitivity again. We're looking for sander roots. Oh yeah, she teaches us how to make other items. That's what we came here for. But let's go into the jalapenos. Make some spicy. I am not a big fan of the hugely strong peppers. I think jalapeno flavor is a good flavor. I think everything else is just glorifying pain. Boom. Oops. Again, every time that little jammy thing happens with the slide action, I think every weapon has a extra thing on it. And we go in here, find ourselves some hopefully useful stuff. Bobby pins, always need bobby pins. The cup really wasn't worth grabbing, but tin can sometimes is. I can't remember the crafting in this game at all. Probably going to be carrying a lot of useless junk. Empty locker, empty locker. And I'm going to check everything but the recaps. Like the contents of the containers is based on your luck score, and there are perks that increase the amount of things found, or I guess it's the rate in which they appear inside of containers. I think some containers refill themselves. And yes, I did know that this place was back here, but I wanted to get all the... Oh, there's one of the books, I think. So that's a magazine, so that gives us an extra bonus. So there's a lockpick easy, there's more bobby pins, and there's a hacking easy. Empty toolbox, bunch of junk. Nothing back there. So I'm gonna activate the terminal. Let's see, what's the... Is this the same one as Fallout 3? Oops. You gotta let it do its... This is hack initiating. Little mini game. what it'll do is it'll tell you how many of your letters are in the right places and correct. So all it does is tell you whether you got it or not. But you can look for these little extra commands inside by scanning these. Anything that's not a word does something to the results. I think this is going to be one. So you take this one, that removes a incorrect answer. That also removes an incorrect answer. So it's usually like closed brackets and things like that. You see the duds are down there. Sometimes it's something that's more useful to do it later. Letting 5 out of 7 is correct. Leading? T-I-N-G? No. So now this is what narrows it down. You get a lot of attempts on the easy ones. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 letters. 7 letters, and our first one had 5 of them, so there can only be 2 different from the first one. So, ING. Alright, that's not one. Ceiling. ING. Getting. Ting. I could have figured that one out from the other one. I still got 3 attempts though. S-E. RV, ING, this only is 4 to the first one. Meeting's already been tried. Denying. D-E-N. Y? Nope. L-E. ING, nope. This is dumb. Details. I-L-C. Nope. I-N-G-D-E. Nope. Did I do wearing? W-E-A. Nope. Ceiling. C-E. Nope. D-E-S. T. Nope. I-M-A. Nope. G-E-T. Already getting. L-E-A. There you go. That took way longer than I was to. I'll get back in the brain set for this at some point, I'm sure. I'm going to cancel this, because this will actually prevent us from getting... We already got the experience for doing that. So we're going to cancel out and not do that. Instead, we're going to do the... Ooh. My lockpick skill's not good enough. We're just going to take it, so I'm not going to come back here. I thought my lockpick would have been good enough. Bottle caps, knife, mentats, money, stealth boy, super stim pack, and the good old tire iron. Ooh, that's going to put me over. We're going to put, I got some dumb stuff in here. I got cups. Hammer. That's everything in here. Keep trying to sprint. Brain still says, you should sprint, you going slow. Maybe I should have done a 10 agility build. Just minused my strength and endurance to nothing. Just made myself faster. You do go faster when I let the gun out, though. And now we gotta go dig up our own grave. Well, our graves are even dug up. He did a very nice job of it, too. If I remember right. We are extremely encumbered, or nearly fully encumbered. So we'll go sell off a bunch of junk here.
You looking to buy some supplies?
No, I'm looking to take as much of your money as I can get. Sprexum. Those weigh anything? They weigh very little. Oh, the fission batteries are expensive as hell. We're going to sell one. Might be able to cook these, so we're going to hold on to that. Weapons, we are going to get rid of the knife. We're going to get rid of the... I'm not actually going to use this as a weapon, so we're going to sell the more impressive one. I'm going to keep the tire iron, just because I like that. I think I know how I want to kill Benny when I find him. We're going to get rid of the metal armor. We can get better metal armor some other time. I'm sticking to those. This is jalapeno peppers. No rads, just 5 hit points. All the healing is based off of seconds except for the stim pack, so that just gives you 46 hit points right off the bat. It's based off your medical. All other things that heal you are over seconds. So unfortunately, Gecko Steaks. You get some rads. We're not going to cancel transaction. Definitely going to take more of your money. I just wanted to get some of my weight.
Another satisfied customer.
Yep.
Take it easy now.
Hey, we'll be talking to you a lot more. Eventually get all your money. Yeah, the tutorial section takes very long. So we're over an hour into the stream, and they're still in good springs. It is going to get some action. We are going. Oh shoot! These are deadly early game. Our armor is obscene. These were a big problem. I believe that seemed better than I'm used to. I think they added the lower grade versions of them. The straight up rad scorpions will burn through like all of your ammunition. I wasn't paying attention to the compass. Now we got some red blips. We got a bloatfly. Adjust the sensitivity again. Yeah, that's clunky. We're just fats, this guy. Oh, that is dull. So this is why we wanted a shovel. And open graves and get fabulous prizes. Let's get ourselves standing again. So there are not bobbleheads in New Vegas like there are in many of the other Fallout games. But there are it's interesting how they bury everybody with ammunition. But while there are not bobbleheads, there are other collectibles that you turn in, and their primary reward for them is just a lot of caps. So these are all iconic. We can look at them. I'll look at them in the inventory. Show the items a little bit. This guy didn't want his grave dug. He got buried rich. 15 caps. So the character we're playing is going to be a very opportunistic person. Take advantage of his companions. There's the grave. Victor has made a lovely square grave for us. We got buried. You can get a bunch of tin cans. They're good. Sunset Sarsaparilla, you know. There's a quest that's involved with them. It's one of the more iconic quests from Fallout New Vegas. I love the slogans. You see posters for the stuff here. I'm looking for this Brook flowers. So I have the things for Sunny. Now the other thing that you can do, I think I have it, and I'm going to see if it's available to me to go where I'm trying to get. I think we can finally fast travel somewhere meaningful. So I believe it's on data, map, Good Springs source. So now we don't have to slog our way over there. You do take fall damage in this game. Let's see, what else is Sunny going to give us? Also good at the site.
Let me see what you got. Yeah, these'll do just fine. Just fine. All right now,
Just
we're gonna be making
fine.
something folks on the trail call healing powder. Go on over to that campfire now. Give it a try.
Peruvian marching powder. Alright, so we go to... So this interface does not tell you what you actually need to do. Oh, no. I'm thinking of the wrong one. Yeah, it does tell you X. I'm not used to the Xbox configuration. I'm using a PlayStation controller, which is not translated properly in the UI. We'll make ourselves some of these.
Hey, that's not bad, see? All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe. Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or reloading bench, whatever. Well, I hope that's enough to get you started. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
So there's all kinds of little things. Let's see, is there anything else I can make? God, they added so many things. Yeah, this was not... I do not remember this being that fleshed out. Jar of cloud residue. What the hell? Saline green. Okay, this is some crazy tonic cocktail. That's always a fun one. You get yourself a lot of rads, but you get some crazy resistances. I just want to see make black coffee. Coffee mug, coffee pot. Coyote tobacco chew, and a honey mesquite pod. Yeah. Alright, again, we can... Oops. Zero neutral. I'm going to side with them. I've decided we're getting to the point where I gotta make the choice. We got a few more options for making some experience and getting a level or two before the confrontation. But there's gonna be a douchebag in here.
I'm done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not going to buy something, get out.
Is it Johnny Ringo? I'll let you leave.
Way too many strangers coming into town these days. No offense.
Yeah, trying to keep that to a minimum.
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got
Level
to
up.
meet you. Welcome to the
No,
Prospector
no.
Saloon. Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him. He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill.
So this is where we'll start making role-play decisions. Why not just kill Cobb and be done with it?
You mean murder him? That's
Yeah.
not our way. Even
Oh.
if Cobb is scum, he can bluster and threaten all he wants. Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him. Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of dynamite and blasting powder isn't the best idea. It was a big
Well, it sounds like
escape
a
not
great
too long
idea.
ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble. That's what we're dealing with now. All right. Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor by accident, and it hasn't been working since.
Sounds like a job for a man with a repair skill.
They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back. That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know.
I know what's there. Those are death claws. Although the death claws are pretty bad in this game, I think the ones that are really nasty, I think they're called cassadors. They're just giant bugs that just... They're the worst murder bugs in existence.
I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip. Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up.
Highway 93 it is. Let's see.
Sure, the outside looks okay, but I think something broke on the inside. There'd be caps in it for you. I do like to hear what's going on in the world. And that Mr. New Vegas seems like such a gentleman.
Is there anything else we want to do? Talk to her about?
There's always something interesting going on. But the biggest news has to be the come and dust up between the NCR and the Legion over the dam. He's a convict, just without the chains. Said his name was Cobb. Powder gangers is what they call themselves. Plenty more like him out there.
Alright. Care.
If you were able to get Ringo out of this mess, you'd have a decent reputation around Good Springs. I'd even set you up with a discount.
That's
of course,
what I
helping
wanted to
Ringo
hear.
would also make the powder gangers mad. And they've got a lot of friends out there.
I don't care about the powder gangers. Let's see. Yeah, we're not going to go through all of that. A lot of the people recycle lines from each other. Right. I think that's... You know what? I'm not going to try to get anything from her.
Be careful out there.
I'm going to get some caps, though. Now I have the note I can repair. Yeah. See, I'm losing a little experience. That would have been 10 experience. I got 9. My skills, like, let's take a look at them. Stats. Yeah, my worst stuff is 13. So the little pluses means that I'm wearing something that's increasing my abilities. I have a hat on that's giving me a plus to perception. Where'd she go?
Hello.
Let's see where Sunny is. I think she was supposed to get me another quest. Talk to her later. I am going to be using my Wazel rifle. Laser handgun. Probably going to stick to the handguns because I'm not trying to do a heavy strength build. When we level up, you'll be able to see the other bonuses you get. Looking for collectibles outside before I go inside. Resources. Ooh, sunset sarsaparilla.
That's close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me?
Let's see. I'm not an enemy. Having a look around. If you shoot, better not miss.
Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start. What say we start over with a friendly game of Caravan?
Oh,
you know
God.
how to play?
No, I do not. I do not remember the game. We'll take a quick look at what Caravan is. Yeah.
It's a two-player game, and the winner takes the whole pie. You build a caravan using the cards in your deck. The goal is to create caravan bids that beat your opponent's bids. So there's more strategy than luck involved. It's why you won't see Caravan in any casino. Too slow-paced. And more importantly, no house edge. Here, take this holotape. It goes into more specifics about the rules. You'll also need a deck, so take one of my spares. So, you feel like playing a game?
I have no idea how to play, so we're going to,
All right.
we're going to skip that for now.
Yeah. He doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I can handle all of them in a gunfight.
Alright, what are you going to do about the pattern gangers?
My caravan was on the return trip from California and heading back to the company branch in New Vegas when we got jumped. Not even a drop your weapons and hands up before the bullets started flying. We put up a good fight, but there was too many of them. I took a few of the bandits down before I ran, so I figured their friends were out for revenge.
What are you going to do about the powder gangers?
I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang on my own.
Yeah, he's a little more mercenary.
All I've got left on me are a handful of caps, but you get me out of this and I'll make sure the Crimson Caravan pays you back. You've got
That
my
name I
word.
remember. That is actually a very good one.
We'd just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, if some of the other people in town were also on board...
Well, let's see who I can round up.
Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friendlier than most around here.
I'm looking at all the stuff you're going to let me steal from this place. Sunset sarsaparillas are great. Not only do they... Oh, boxing tons. The tin cans. Box of detergent. Some turpentine. Doctor's bag. Some Radix. Coffee pot. We need to make some coffee at some point. We'll take some whiskey. Coffee mug. make some coffee at some point. I'm not trying to steal this dude's ammunition. Floor safe. Well, it's not red. Oh. Let's go talk to some peoples. Alright, Sonny. What you got from... Oh, that's right, I wanna...
Hello?
Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer? Sure can. And off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wildlife. My advice would be to stick to the highway when you can.
Ta-da! Who will be that? One moment, please. Sorry about that. Had to take a moment there.
Not in Good Springs, no. But if you're up for a little scavenging, there's always this... Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite. If you want to take a shot at it. If the lock... You'll need... Oh. Well, go ahead and keep the stuff I gave you anyway. It'll be more... Say no more. Joe Cobb talks about leaving us alone if we hand over Ringo. But I know his type. He and his friends will come after the town eventually. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with. A lot of people around here look up to Trudy. If you could convince Trudy to join us, some of the folks in town might decide to help out as well. I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere, and Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Talk to them as well. Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra stim packs, that'd be great.
Alright, gonna have to do some convincing.
A silver tongue would help. Convincing Trudy that we had a good plan to win the fight would also help. I don't think give is in Chet's vocabulary. Even with the town at stake, he'd still make you barter with him. Easy Pete's pretty protective of his dynamite. You'd have to convince him you know a thing or two about explosives before you handed it over.
That might be a issue.
I'll be waiting.
Yeah, you be waiting. Alright, let's start with old Chet here. Convince him to... Hey, we're gonna be waking him up. Wake up, Chet.
Howdy. You looking to buy some supplies? Now just hold on. I never voted to take on the powder gangers. That's a 1,000 cap investment you're talking about.
Let them take over town. I'm sure your business will be much better off.
You made your point. I can provide people with some leather armor and extra ammo. Sure hope it's worth it.
Yeah, me too.
And I'll be guarding the store while all this is going on. I have to put my business first. You understand.
That's fine.
Take it easy now.
Oh, what the fuck? My stream title did not get fixed on Twitch, so I'm going to be pausing this for a moment. Alright, I think that got fixed. Oh, I leveled up from talking to that man. I could up my explosives to get Easy Pete to help, but I think we're just going to end up eating that. Get that to 45. Put 5 more into that. Alright. Swift Learner, this would counter the negative from my perk that I took for, or the trait that I took at the beginning, which slows down it. Retention gives you extra bonuses for reading books, or I think that's a prerequisite for something. Junk rounds, intense training. We're just going to do the confirmed bachelor. Alright. Realize we got ourselves a level. Oh, I'm carrying way too much junk now.
You looking to buy some supplies? Can do.
Looking to sell a bunch of stuff, man. Machete. Alright. Let's get rid of some of this other stuff that weighs. Sell the whiskey. Keeping the Sunset Sarsaparilla. Sell the sugar bomb. Salisbury steak. Oh, he's already passed his cap limit. Let me go get that weapon I wanted. Selling coin. Cigarettes. Yeah, I gotta get rid of a lot of weight. That'll have to do for now.
Thanks. Take it easy now.
Alright, let's go on continue our recruiting rampage. I don't think Easy Pete's gonna give me his dynamite stash, but I can talk to him. It's just somewhere. Go talk to the doc, get some stems. There you are.
Welcome back. I had hoped you wouldn't need to come see me again so soon. What can I do for you?
We're gonna help with the shootout, Doc.
Seems like wherever I go, it's always the same. Folks just never
wasteland
leave each
never
other
changes.
alone. Oh, I'm not much good in a fight with my bum leg. And my supplies are scarce, but I'll give you what I can spare.
Yeah, give me the stim packs, thank you. Alright, we're good. We're good.
You take care now.
Thanks again, Doc. Give me everything. Ask for nothing. Who else we got to talk to? Follow the markers. Find the people. So we can shoot a bunch of people with dynamite. In this house.
Hello. So you're planning on taking on Joe Cobb's gang. It's a big risk, but I suppose you have to do what you think is right.
Yeah. Yeah, so they give you multiple options or how to succeed, and my speech is good, so.
I was planning on sitting this one out, but for some reason, I can't help but like you. I'm with you. Let me have a word with a few other folks, and I'll see if I can't round up some more members for this militia you're creating.
Yeah.
While everyone does own a gun, we could stand to be a little better equipped. The general store probably has what we need in stock.
Oh, I fixed your radio.
Yeah, I heard it turn right back on after you got done tinkering with it.
Yeah.
Here's some caps for the work.
I'm
You're welcome.
not gonna press that too hard. Let's see. Yeah.
Be careful out there.
All right, so she's taking care. Oh, yeah, she was the one that got wounded. Glaring lack of a sprint button. This might be easy, Pete.
Howdy.
Howdy. Let's see.
Too dangerous. Gonna kill all yourselves if I let you touch it. Better to leave it buried. Safer that way.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna put 8 points into explosives just to have these guys randomly throwing dynamite.
Yup. Bad trouble.
That's helpful.
Welcome.
Oh,
Yup.
yeah. All right, Pete. Give me your explosives. Keep your secrets then. This is the other one I can get to. That's easy, Pete. Let's see where Victor is. I'm gonna go rest. Get me well rested. I think well rested gives you an experience bonus in this game. Where are you?
Howdy.
Oh, howdy, random settler. Your empty mailbox. Young Bighorn. Oh, there he is.
Howdy, partner. Trouble with rustlers, huh? Count me in, partner. Those varmints will be running home with their tails between their legs soon enough.
Soon enough. Nothing is soon enough. Get back to the... Watch what I'm doing here. There we go. That's better. Yeah, there we go. Need anything else from Victor?
Happy trails!
And I think it's time to talk to Victor. Or not Victor, whoever the heck. Take that. Yeah. I should have gone to sleep. Oh well.
So what's going on? Did Sonny agree to help us? Well, I guess that means we're ready to go. Unless you think there's something else you can do.
Hey, I'm not putting 8 points into explosives to get easy Pete, so... let's do this.
All right, I'm ready.
Fighting time!
Time to look alive. The powder gangers are here to play. At least 6, Joe Cobb included. They look pretty mean.
So 6 boys.
I'll be set up near the store. Let's hope that the gang doesn't manage to make it that far.
Alright. I'm gonna try to put on a different weapon here. Get my plasma. Something over there. Ah, sensitivity is terrible. Oof. Hey, powder gangers. I don't remember gaining karma for killing the powder gangers. Yeah, I got a reputation. I'm vilified.
I owe you a huge favor for this. Here, these are technically Crimson Caravan funds, but I know they'll understand once I explain things.
Yeah. Explain. Alright, nothing I care about. Some light work. I'll see if I can.
It's all I've got with me. But if you look me up at the Crimson Caravan's main camp in New Vegas, I'll pay you in full.
Hold you to that, buddy. Let's see what we got. Stolen crates. I'm gonna strip the powder gangers. Where's Joe? Three, four. Oops. I'm slow. Merchant this way. Must crawl. Too much merchandise. So one of the things you do, even if the shop runs out of caps to sell them stuff, you can always take ammunition, even if it's ammunition you don't need.
Hey there. That was a hell of a fight.
Yeah.
Let's hope it doesn't bite us in the ass later on.
All right, let's hope you give me a discount for being...
Can do.
Alright. Let's get rid of a bunch of junk. Keep that. Don't want the baseball bat, the cleaver. Keep some of the dynamite. Sell 5. Repair that farm rifle later. Oh, yeah. We might change our hat. We'll sell all the powder ganger junk. Oh, his caps went up insanely. He had nothing before. Go for a baseball cap.
Pleasure doing business with you. Take it easy now.
There's a setting to make the radios default to off. Sell a little more junk to Chet here. Just wanted to turn that radio off.
You looking to buy some supplies?
Yes,
Can do.
I'm looking to take as much caps from you as I can get. Don't take. I'm not going to use a ton of explosives.
Another
That
satisfied
should be good.
customer. It's all about quantity. Take
Now I can move. Put on my Desperado cap. Stop go. Judy. There's Ringo. Where's Judy? Oh. They're all sleeping. Find a bed. A never-ending quest for somewhere to sleep. I think that's red. Ah, it is. Is that red? Come on, Doc. Let me bleed in that bed for days. You're not gonna let me sleep in it? Let's try Ringo's bed. No, I'm just gonna drink some Sunset Sarsaparilla and head on my way. 2 a.m. It's daylight. Milk bottle. What did he have? Oh, no, he took his ammo with him. Let's check our data. Quests. The reunion. That's the DLC mods. Yeah, there's the DLC quests. They went that away. And travel to Canyon Wreckage. Oh, this is the one. So now it pops up on the screen proper. I'm gonna double check and see if Chet has ammunition. One thing I forgot to grab. Take a sip from my trusty Vault 13 canteen.
Hey, you looking to buy some supplies?
Mm-hmm.
Can do.
Want energy. Buy all the energy. Don't want to get rid of too much. This is still like the low resource end of the game. Sensor modules. Keep doing that. There we go.
Pleasure doing business with you. Take it easy now.
I will. these locations first. And this little triangles on the compass tell you where the nearest locations are, and the lines are people or creatures. Wandering the wastelands, the true Fallout experience. Climbing mountains that are not intended to be climbed. See some enemies here. Okay. Is there like no range on these things? Turn to goo. Should be one more. Oh, I heard him, so he ran. I don't know yet. There he is. Just blending in. Compile. Let's see Prim in the background a little bit. We got the roller coaster. I think there's something in between us. I think there's like a movie theater or something. Like a drive-in. Is that it? Not worth the 2 pounds. This is NCR Correctional Facility. What happened to the other chucklehead? She's skydiving. Yeah, I don't think there's much skydiving going on. Maybe the NCR, the Brotherhood of Steel, might be doing some skydiving, but I don't think anybody else is. repair kit, though. And energy cells. Let's drink some Sunset Sarsaparilla. It says build mass with sass. There's a side quest that pops up when drinking the sarsaparillas. You get a special bottle cap occasionally. That should be enough to put me to good order. Oops, wrong button. Shite. Come on. Read note. God damn. I am blind. Just a little nap. Now if I can avoid walking onto more mines. I don't know if my perception's just not good enough or they changed it. It used to be if you hit the vats when you were looking in the directions of a mine, it would let you try to target it, kind of let you know it's there. Take a sip from my trusty Vault 13 canteen. What was that? Yes, I think somewhere that way is the correctional facility. Remember what that one is. They warn you in the tutorial area to kind of stay on the roads initially. If you go off track in this game, it's not like the other Fallouts where they scale the encounters. I'm getting a little radiated here. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna go around that. Twitch. Let's see. Connection re-successful. I'm waiting to see it pop back up. Okay, it's looking a little better. Alright. a couple of levels in Prim. But the most important thing is I want to get our first companion. I'm coming for you, Eddie, my love. I think I could have gotten Sunny to come with me, but I didn't want to. Not sure if that's an immediate thing. Where are you trying to get to, buddy? Is your pathing just messed up? Oh no, they don't see me. They're running to something or away from something. Radwich. Yeah, there's a lot of inventory management in these games. It's a lot easier once you get good weapons and get good armor. You just repair what you like and throw away or store the rest. Storage is kind of a risky business in these games. Sometimes it works long term. Sometimes the place that you put the storage in disappears. Can't remember where you can get a residence.
Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Prim is off limits. Some convicts from the prison up the road have taken over the town. Everyone inside is either dead or in hiding. What's more, there are 2 tribes of raiders causing trouble in this area as well. You'd be safer heading back up to Good Springs.
So there's 2 raider tribes and powder gangers? Shouldn't you be protecting the town or something,
We'd love
douche?
to, but they don't fall under NCR jurisdiction. Even if they did, we're in no shape to protect them. We don't have the equipment to take out the convicts. And even if we did, we need some extra hands for backup. You should talk to Lieutenant Hayes. He's in a tent down the road. Just stay on the west side of the overpass if you don't want to get shot.
I really don't care for you, Mr. NCR. If I didn't want to start a shootout with however many friends you have, probably would have just killed you. Do not like the NCR. I'll steal from you later. See if we can find this Hayes gentleman without changing what quest I keyed up. That's probably them.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Yeah. So I'll get right on that for you, bud. First mini nuke I find. So I'll put that to the test for you. How about you? You losing some connection here. That's not too bad though. It went 2.5 hours without having any serious issues. Reconnecting successful. Let's see. I'm gonna stay in here a minute. You sleepy? Well. We'll see whether or not I'm going to disconnect again. It might just be loading all the assets inside of Prim. It's causing a problem. It's a smaller environment. Maybe it's not as stream crashing. Sorry for the motion sickness thing here. I'm just trying to load test right now. Going back inside.
Hello.
You, Hayes? Oh, we found Hayes. Finally.
I'm Lieutenant Hayes of the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. What's your business?
I'm trying to go into Prim without you shooting me. That's what's going on.
We were sent out here to hold back the tide of convicts from the correctional facility. As you can probably tell, we are
thanks for
doing the best
dropping them
job
off
we could
here
be
and
doing.
then trying to contain them. Let's see, do I care?
The mission isn't a problem. The problem is with supplies. The convicts are better armed and organized than our intel initially suggested. I'm trying to get some repurposed weapons. They got organized faster than I would have thought. Most of them, at least. Thankfully, the small group in town here seemed to have split off.
What's the issue here? Turn the mic off for a bit. Alright, I'm going to try restarting the Fallout game itself and see whether or not that'll closing out the game here. Alright, that's turned off. Got troubles, that's what's happening. Alright, we'll see. PS reconnected. Alright, reconnection successful. I'm waiting to see it actually pop up on the stream. So we will back off onto this. I was hoping the game's not even operating right now. These things are working. That's working. That's working. Okay. Minimize this. Let's see what else we got going on here. Don't think anything else can be fixed. I might need a... Yeah, this might be an internet issue. But we'll worry about all that nonsense later. Trying to get as many things. See if there's any other tasks running that aren't supposed to be running. Yeah, bare minimum. The biggest load on me right now is OBS Studios. It's just got to be internet connection. It's not the system. Running the Fallout game on my computer, it start getting more connection issues. Let's move you. Bring that up, and then go back to you. Oh, no, gotta stick to this and get the... Alright, wrong one. Window capture back on, that off. Okay, that doesn't look bad. Alright. We're going to try and continue. Again, these loading screens are the only place I've seen the game freak out, which is good. Alright, yeah, you can't cheese the landmines anymore like you used to be able to. But if you're fast... you can turn them off and grab them. I said I'm just going to go forward about another half hour, go to 1 o'clock, and then cut it off there and see what I can work with from the recording. Yeah, it might have just been internet issues. Not having too much runs right now. Dropped frames. Looks alright. That's right, I never went. When we come back, when I start the next one, I'll go through some of the there's somebody else still on me. Let's make them close. Alright. No danger. Take your valuables. Take that trooper helmet. Not gonna take your outfit. We'll take the varmint rifle. Alright, let's get Eddie, my love. Alright, we leave it alone for now. We need scrap electronics to bring Eddie to life. Or I need to get my repair to 65, which I think it's 45 right now. Losing connection again. I'm not seeing any... Goes good, and then it just cuts on out on me. I'm going to end it here, just because if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm streaming on Twitch. I do also go live on YouTube whenever I'm streaming. Stop.